Hello, everyone. We are live. I'm here today with my student, Remy. I'm very excited to talk to you about your modular synth experience, how you've been learning modular synthesis over the last few months. And in particular, we're going to be getting into how Remy broke out of his modular routine, going from feeling kind of stuck in the same patch that he was doing over and over again to unlocking new workflows and new creative expression, which is kind of what we're all here for, right? So I'm really excited to get into this. If you're watching live, welcome. It's good to see you. Go ahead and say hi and just let us know you're here. And yeah, let's get started. So I want to pass over to you. Can you please introduce yourself and maybe what kind of music you like to make?
Okay, hello everyone. So I'm Remy, and I have a solo project Ymer, but we can talk of that after. I'm a musician from Belgium, Brussels, so the other side of the ocean for you, Sarah. Yes, I'm a musician since I remember I was born. I started violin at 4 years old, but I stopped a long time ago. Then I've playing guitars and bass, so electric guitar and electric bass since more than 30 years. Always experimenting with effect pedals, so patching, tweaking with my massive pedal board. And yeah, I've playing indie music and heavy neo soul music with several bands. Yes, performing live and composing, recording on studio, etc. So large experience a couple years ago. So I'm a lead guitar. My film mentors of Jimi Hendrix, bands like Wilco, David Bowie, Frank Zappa, David Crosby, etc. So very good music.
Yeah.
And cool. Yes, and yeah, I also listen a lot of jazz, free jazz, so Miles Davis, John Coltrane, and others. So yes, I'm really open-minded with improvisation, chaos, etc. But that's
great.
Certainly the link between the guitar and my synthesizer experience. Yeah, maybe just part of my background is I love to be surprised when I play. So even when I play on pieces, I really work on it. I always want to try to put another note or a silence and see what the instruments can give me back. So that's
I can relate to that.
That's me. That's really me.
I love that feeling as well. That element of surprise. You know your instrument. You do rehearse your pieces, of course, but you embed this ability for your instrument to perform with you and to surprise you. I love that too. And I think synthesizers, modular synths, are so good at that. They're so good at being like improvisational partners, right? Where you don't exactly know what you're going to get and they can like push and pull with you. My favorite thing. So, okay, so you have quite a background. You play guitar, you play a bunch of other things, which is amazing. When did modular synthesis come into your musical practice? Was that more just recent, like within the last little while?
No, it was step by step. So in 2010, I guess. So I buy my first synthesizer, the Microcork version 1. It looks like a fixed synthesizer, but just for me, it's like a modular. So with the matrix of patching, you can go from scratch with a simple VCU. Yeah. So a slider, and then create a sound from scratch with this little matrix on the board on the Microcork. So, but yeah, at the beginning, I was just playing with the presets, and it was my first experience. Then I think just because it looks so sexy, I buy a Dofer Dark Energy. So it's a little Dofer, it's a little box with the building blocks, classical building blocks. But yes, I was totally not aware and not understanding how it's works. But yes, the sounds go out. So I'm recording a full EP with a project with that box, and yeah, tweaking. But yeah, just self-start. So yes,
That's great. I hear this from a lot of people. Like we buy, a lot of beginners will buy something because it looks amazing or because it sounds amazing. They see someone play it, and then they're like, "What in the world is happening? I don't know how this instrument works." But you can still get cool sounds just from intuitively tweaking knobs.
Tweaking that.
You can get started that way for sure.
So that was the start part of the synthesizer experience. Then I read a book I have here, Les Fous du Son in French. Let's see this beautiful cover. So it's a book explaining all the story of the electronic music since the Edison electricity until today. So Les Fous du Son from Laurent de Wilt. There's some French people here. I'm sure. And there are long chapter about sequencer music, tape music, artists, etc. And yeah, that's resonated a lot of my mind. And yes, I remember there's a lot of part in LSS learning synthesis, talking about that, so the historic. Yeah. And yeah, that was really the starting point for me to go deep dive in the learning of that. Just self-taught at this moment, because all my music was, I never learned with teachers. I was for guitar and all the rest, I was always self-taught. So yeah, joining the LLS was the first training module, very structured experience.
Yeah. So I'm curious to ask you about that. So you were fully self-taught in all your instruments, which is amazing. And then you decided to join my class, Learning Sound Synthesis. So what was going through your mind? Like what was changing where you're like, I think a class is what I want that'll help me move forward?
The several things, because yes, I have this long experience, because yes, I was looking YouTube, Instagram, and other things. And yes, as you said in the beginning of this interview, I doing that during 5 years, incorporating my modular system in my project. Yes, I forget to mention that at this moment, at the beginning of the modular experience, one of the challenge, or one of the limitation I took, it was to go out computer and just having hardware modular. Yeah. Because also for my job, etc., I use a lot of computer, and then that was part of my rule to the hardware. And as you said, after this experience, I was a little bit on the end of the self-taught possibilities. My patch was very fixed and use it as an instrument, 2 voices, 1 drum part. But yeah, I miss fundamentals and how to go out this fixed version of my modular experience. And yeah, at this moment, yes, I found you on Instagram, I follow you. For me, it was completely new what you do with your trumpets, experimental music, chaotic music, etc. That sort of new thing that, yes, I want to follow. And also I feel a little bit alone in my journey. Yeah. Not dramatically, but yeah, yes, I had a lot of friends that are musicians, but not in that part of music. And yeah, I've thought to be part of a community with a crew, with teacher, somewhere I can ask freely, I can have structured learning. That was my motivation. And yeah, then I start your free courses, the mini courses for free, the 10th module. And yeah, at this moment, that was certain that I have to join the LSS.
Well, I'm so glad you did. I mean, the thing that you mentioned about the community feeling a little bit isolated in your practice, I hear from so many students, and that's why I wanted to build the community element into the class, because I hear that, you know, there's so many people all over the world who can feel a little bit like, I must be the only person who cares about this. Like, I don't know anyone else. I don't have anyone else to talk to who likes my weird modular music or my whatever it is, like, you know. And when you get into this community, you realize there are hundreds of people who are just like you and care about it. And it's amazing what it does for your confidence and for your learning to be surrounded by people who care about the same things that you do. So I'm really happy you're in the community. But now I would love to talk about this stuck patch. Let's talk about that for a little minute. So, because this is a common thing that I know a lot of people understand. You have a modular synth, you make a patch, it works. It sounds good, right? You've got a couple of voices, maybe a drum layer, whatever. And then you live with that patch for months and you become afraid to tear it down because you're like, I'll never get there again. This was what you were experiencing, right? You were kind of feeling like, I have my one trick and like I don't really know what to do. So what helped you break free from that and get to where you are now, where you're building patches very expressive?
I start the LSS journey. At this moment, I practice repatching following the modules because I was listening, processing, integrating in my workflow all what I was learning. Leaving my fixed patch on the hardware Eurorack, but via VCV racks, so the virtual rack, starts to build and patch and repatch again via the VCV rack software solution. So as I said, I want to be out of computer, but VCV rack is not like a DAW, it's just an Eurorack, a simulator Eurorack, and the rest is like the physical Eurorack hardware. So at this moment, yeah, I learned a lot, repatching via VCV rack. Then I learned a lot. I felt a little bit overwhelmed because, yes, learning so lot of things during the courses.
Yeah.
And my old routine come back with complicated stuff, etc. And during coaching call, we talk about that, and someone said you can remove all your patch, and that's resonated on my head. Maybe this person said that for VCV rack, but this night I remember I take a picture of my physical rack and I say, okay, it's the moment. All fall out.
Cables out.
Start with a blank
Good.
a blank rack. And that was, yes, 3-4 months. And yes, from that, yes, I was very nervous, but it's the switch moment then, and now I'm working on another way, so I patch and repatch again and again. So
good. I can't emphasize enough how important it is to tear your patches down, get rid of it, let it go, because that process of rebuilding, of course you'll lose some things, but you'll also gain so much more, right? In the fluency and the confidence, and you never know what the next sound is that you're about to discover.
Yeah, and that was a step to do. I was a little bit, yes, nostalgic or ceremony around, because I remember I was on stage with that person using this patch. But yeah, that's the moment. It was 2 or 3 years a fixed patch, massive patch on my rack, so it was the moment. But yeah, I love this old patch because it was an instrument. But yes, no, that was the where I can say now I will focus on a synthesizer on the rack. It's not something beside my guitar, etc. But no, I can focus patching and be surprising what happened when I put this cable, this output on this input, etc., and discover that. And yes, following this trajectory.
Yeah, following the sound and getting back to that element of surprise. I love it. So this might be a good moment to play some of your music if that's okay with you. Okay, so I'm going to pull up your SoundCloud page. Is there anything you want to say about this piece before I hit play, or should we listen first?
Let's go listen.
Let's listen first. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so I'm going to push play. We'll listen, and then maybe we'll chat after. So this is just a little excerpt from a recent project that you've been working on, but I'll go ahead and push play first. Oh my gosh, I love this piece so much. Okay, that's just an excerpt. Everyone who wants to check it out, though, go to your SoundCloud page. You can see your username here, Yimer. Sorry, I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly. But go follow the Remy's SoundCloud page. It's so beautiful. I love how you're combining so many things in this music. There's like field recordings. It's kind of almost, there's this layer that feels very dreamy and ambient, and then there's the layer that feels very kind of like a little more intense and chaotic. I just think it's such a beautiful soundscape that you've created.
Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank you. That's for a project. So it's working on a original recording of Germany, Berlin train stations with original deep stereo sounds. I practice some like tape music, putting some
like cutting
that, putting some parts in a revert, some parts, etc. So constructing that was a 8-minute piece, and I reduced it on 3 or 4 minutes. And I was focusing because it's my new challenge to have a narrative storytelling in my composition. And above that, I put the composition. So there's 2 things: generative music. So you listen the high note, ding, ding, ding. So it's very random, generative. And beside of that, I'm working with the 0 controller from Make Notes. That's I buy last month or something like that, and working on that to create, and that's what you have to say, co-creation with the synthesizer. So I'm working on that, and yes, leaving this part. And at a moment, yes, I want to explore something more drum with this art beats, dark beats. And that's also something I play with, yes, a sequencer and doing variation on the BPM. So it's double BPM, etc. So the ta-ta-ta-ta. And voila. And with that, it's the complete stuff. And then I work after, but not so deeper. So to create, yes, the narrative composition, but most of part is not improvisation, but yes, a one piece of playing. So
amazing. Yeah.
I play that 3-4 times, and at the end, yes, that's
Put it
my
all.
part. So
Beautiful. Yeah.
I want to start create score, and because I'm a big fan of graphical score, as you say. But yeah, that's for the future. But yeah,
amazing. Well, I look forward to that. I will definitely be watching and looking forward to whatever comes next. So this is amazing. I mean, we've talked a little bit about how you went from, you were self-taught with all of your instruments. You decided that you kind of were craving some community, and also you were realizing that you were building the same patches over and over again. So you came into LSS, and now you're making patches, different patches, like all the time, which is amazing. You've kind of broken free from that feeling of
totally, yeah, completely.
So what I'd like to ask you now, for someone who might be watching, who is maybe feeling a little bit, I don't know, a little bit overwhelmed about the process of learning modular, because it can be a big topic, right? What advice would you give them in terms of maybe how to get started, or how to think about this world?
Take your time. That's for sure. Maybe learn a little bit, then try, share.
That's good advice. Yeah.
Find someone, or here in the community, or a friend of you, share, and someone that can give you feedback, because I think confidence comes with feedback. So I receive feedback from people in the community, so people from the crew or other students, other artists are very concerned by the work of the other people, and yes, receive feedbacks, give some reality and so confident that could help. And yes, try, if you feel it's something vital for you, so something you have to do, just do it. Keep it simple also, for sure. But yeah, no rules, just do it.
No rules.
Yeah. So yeah, feedback.
Okay.
Try.
Okay, you gotta
learn
recap.
a little bit. Try and feedback.
Right.
Receive feedback. And
so good. Okay, I want to try to recap everything. So you said take it slow. Okay, let's see if we can do this. You said take it slow. That's good advice. Very good. You said learn a little bit and then try something. That's so good. Learn a little bit and then put it into action. Make something with it. Even if all you know is how to make an oscillator drone, experiment with how you can do that musically. Then you said something, I think it was feedback, right?
Feedback,
share with your friends, share with the community, join my class if you want to have me giving you feedback. My team, the other students, they're amazing. They care so much. Shout out to the LSS community. You're all amazing. Thank you for being amazing. Then you said no rules. If it's on your heart to try, try it. You owe that to yourself. I think that's such good advice in life too. If there's something you want to do, even if you don't think you're smart enough or a real musician or any of those stories we make up, forget about that. Just try it, right? What's the worst that can happen is maybe it doesn't work out, but it probably will. It probably will, especially when we're talking about music and creativity. And then the last thing you said was just no rules, which I love. And that's really true. I can't believe I just remembered all of those.
Thank you.
In the world of music, there are no rules. Like really, truly. I mean, you can. The best thing you can possibly do is be yourself. That's what we need more of. Is we need more of people being themselves, expressing their unique perspectives. So thank you. I couldn't have done that better. That's amazing, Remy. I think 5 beautiful pieces of advice. So I want to just briefly mention here, I'm going to see if I can figure this out back here. Okay, here we go. Soundandsynthesis.com. You should see that URL now on the screen. That's the place to go if you're curious to learn synthesis with me in my class. I open my class up 1 or 2 times a year. The next round is going to be opening up in about a month in mid-February. So soundandsynthesis.com, it'll bring you to a waitlist page. If you join the waitlist, you'll be the first in line. You'll get early access to enrollment and some waitlist only bonuses that are really special. But this is the class for you if you're feeling like you want a community to help you learn synthesis and electronic music. If you want more structure in your learning, if you're a beginner and you're just like, I don't even know where to begin. Like, what do I plug into what? Or if you're up and running, but you're like Remy, you keep making the same patch over and over again. You're like, dang, there's got to be more here, right? This will help you break out of those habits, solidify your foundations, and develop your creative practice so that you can perform, you can compose, record your album, whatever it is that you have on your mind that you want to do. So go to that link there, get yourself signed up. And if you have any questions, if you want to talk to me directly about whether you're the right fit for the class, what's included in the class, anything like that, just send me a DM and I'll get back to you with an answer. Okay. So I think that's it. I always like to end by passing back over to the guest. So is there anything else you want to share today? Anything at all that's on your mind?
Yes, maybe 2 little things. So I hear from an artist a couple of days ago, and that's for me something that it's really rich. It's don't apologize to making small artistic gifts. So
don't apologize for
making gifts. So if you share music, obviously as some aesthetic piece,
yeah,
it's a gift for people that are open-minded to receive that. So it's not bad. It's good. So don't apologize for that.
I love that.
So let's try the translation because it was in French. And yes, for the rest, thank you, Sarah. Thank you, the crew. So Natalia, Stefan, Derek, and Ben. Thank you. I am very proud to be part of this community. So it's a great honor to be there. I found a lot of great artists in this community. A lot of people that were not confident, and that makes so beautiful music. So I listen to them Bandcamp, etc. So join the club. You will not regret it. Yes, it's a live access. So yes, I'm so proud to be there. So if there's someone that want to start synthesizer, yeah, it's a good place.
Good place. Thank you for being part of the community. People like you are what make it so special and so supportive and so welcoming. And that's something I'm really proud of. I often say that the learning sound and synthesis community is one of the best corners of the internet. And I know I'm biased. Of course I'm biased, but I really believe that because people like you care so much. You're so creative. You're so passionate, and it's contagious. So as soon as you get in there, you're like, oh my God, I can do this. I'm going to try something new. And it's because of the people in it. So thank you, Remy, and thank you to everyone else who's in the community. Yay! All right. And thank you to everyone watching. This was really fun. Thank you for tuning in. We'll post this replay in case you're just joining now. You'll be able to catch the replay. And I think that's it. Thank you so much, Remy. And I'll see you.
Thank you so much.
I'll see you all at the next live stream. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.